Hello there, my name is Chris Palmer. In today's local SEO step-by-step guide for 2021, I'm going to do a two-parter today. It's a double whammy, right? We're going to do an AMA, ask me anything you want, really, because I need somebody to talk to, and more so, while we're taking care of what we're working on today, I'll answer all your questions. But really, we're going to be working on a moving site today. And generally, as you know, if you do SEO, most clients are like, nah, just do mine in the back. But this was a special case. So I thought it'd be okay. The owner said it was perfectly fine to show, so I'll show. But more importantly, it was a special case because the past SEO retained all the content, right? Retained everything. So this particular owner wanted to have a site where he has control, where he can learn, right? And after hours, after work, I'm showing him little things. But before that, he wants me to set it up and then teach him the SEO, right? So it's a special case. And he gave me an offer I just couldn't say no to. And more so, I really wanted to help this guy. He's a really nice guy. And I told him flat out, I'm not the design guy, I'm the SEO guy. But I could definitely put it together better than it was. So with the long story short, that's what we're going to be working on. Here's what I've put together so far. We could go ahead and take a look at it. Again, I'm not a design expert. But if we come out here, I'll show you, and I'll walk through what I've done so far because we're at the very beginning of the campaign. The old agency was trying to jack the price up, and he needed the move. But in any case, that's none. I guess that doesn't matter too much. So here's what we're gonna do. I'll show you what I'm doing. I said, hey, I'm not a design guy, but I could get it better, or at least what it was, right? So if you take a look here, and then we'll get into what I did, and I'll answer any questions. Okay. Really, we're at the very, very beginning stage. So I'm thinking I could get a lot of this built out. I'll tell you what I did. I'll show you the steps. I'll give you, this is like the beginning, and we're going to be able to bang out a bunch of pages because this is basically the template I'm going to use to create the pages, right? All right. So here's what I'm doing, and here's where I'm working from. So it's Horizon Moving Company. And Horizon Moving Company, I guess Iowa. So what I was doing was, because the particular people who had it beforehand won't give me access, which I figured I was going to pull it out of the way back, but instead I was just looking at the cache version. So I'll show you what it looked like before we got into it. This is not the company. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So Horizon Movers QC. I guess we could do it that way. Yeah, okay, so here we go. So here's the homepage before, right? And I don't have access to this. They retained everything, but this is pretty much what it looked like. There was like one of those sliders there. I said, listen, I'm not a design guy, but I'm not going to do anything fancy. I just want a flat page that's going to run fast, right? And so he was totally cool with that. So that's the first thing. If I had to give a tip, and you're taking notes, maybe you're new to SEO and getting it. So here's what it looked like previously, and then here's what I've built so far, right? I'm going to ask him about this. This is what he had. This was in the slider up here, and it was big. And I was like, well, I don't want it to slide, but I think I'll keep it up here because I do like the way it looks, I guess, kind of. So I just built basic. I went out so far and I gathered up these images, right? I had created these little images. I fixed it, I guess. And just set this, it's so basic. Put the phone number on here, created the hamburger menu, and that's pretty much it. One of the next steps that I did is I went out and I got one of these, the favicon. It was like this big blotchy one, so I just made it HM, Horizon Movers, and I used their colors. So I thought that looked nice. What else did I do? Okay, so here's where we're at. So we're creating this particular page here. So one of the first things that I did, very crudely, right? Because this is a complete side project from RCI and Good Shops and anything else that I'm doing. This is just a side project that the opportunity was so great I couldn't say no, right? So, so basically what I did is I made an outline, right? I went to see some of the top competitors, first and foremost, to see their layouts, all right? So two of the big ones in this particular industry, and this is good for you, this is like step 101. This is what I did in order to get a visualization in my mind of who's the big dog that spent the most money that's going to show me the layout, right? So for this particular industry, it's going to be Mayflower, right? So Mayflower knows what they're doing, and this is going to be the structure I'm going to follow. But in the actual market of where we're trying to rank, in my opinion, one of the best ones, because if we go over here and we go to Quad City Moving, right? This is probably the area, and what's great about the Quad Cities is there's multiple, you're hitting 4 different cities, right? And 2 of them, and most of them are in different states. It's like Illinois and Iowa, they're like right there. So that's kind of an advantage and a pitfall. And when I saw what, it was crazy what, the output of monetary to the agency and then the output of what was happening was completely off. So I figured that this would be a good task for me. So when I come in here and I'm looking at these for the actual competitors, I would say that this company here locally is the big dog, right? They're the ones getting pretty much a lot of the traffic. And then as far as look, we're going to base our look off of this site here because this is Mayflower, right? And they're massive. So with these 2 forces combined, we pretty much know what we need to do. Now, obviously, we're going to set up the pages first. I'm just giving you the outline. Remember, this is a step-by-step and an AMA, so I want to give you all the details before we start working again, okay? I was having some trouble with my camera here. I guess little Chris must have been tugging on stuff. I brought him into the office last night. Silly me. Good thing he didn't throw any freaking rice milk on there, All right, so we talked about favicon. We talked about some competitors for design, really is what we were looking at. Some of the trust metrics. We'll do optimizations too, but I really wanted to get the layout. So far, I went out and I got some photos here. These were actual photos. I just went and snagged them and then made them mine. I uniqued them because I wanted to add actual images because the SERP's calling for it. Favicon, I created my own. Speed. All right, so here's what I did. So far, I got him to go over to HostGator and get on cloud because I like HostGator Cloud. I've used their cloud services for quite some time, so that'll be fine. One of the first plugins I went and got was SEO Press, so this should take care of our titles and metas and Dublin Core and facts and local business and all of our schemas. Plus, it allows our custom schema type. So for schema and meta titles and all that stuff, instead of Yoast, we're using SEO Press. We started with cloud hosting, and then I went over to Cloudflare to get that even more speed, the even better speed. And I used their SSL certificate. So the pagination and all that stuff took me, I went to bed last night. I probably could have started last night, but I was like, nah, I'll do it the next day, all right? All right, so far, SSL, everything I talked about, that's where we're at. We have the layout. The only other thing I need to do is I have to come inside of here. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna install another plugin. That's where I'm at in the process. So far, Thrive Architect. I like Thrive Builder. It runs fast. He wanted something that was easy for him to use. Lately, on a lot of build outs, I've been using Oxygen. But he wanted something that he could use that, hey, Chris, I just want something that works, that's easy. And for me, it was Thrive Architect. For you, it might be different, right? I like Thrive. For any beginners, I always recommend Thrive. Plug in SEO Press, like we said. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a speed plugin And the speed plugin that I recommend and I really like is WP Rocket. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We want to take the node out of here. WP Rocket is a good little tool. So 386, so that way I can remember if it's down or not. So what we're doing is we're installing WP Rocket. And again, any questions, go ahead and throw them in. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Go, Chris, go. Yeah. Sorry about before if you guys logged on. Oh, man, that color looks bad. What the heck? Dude, I tried everything. I changed the devices. I updated devices. I'm plugging in, turning off. I reset the camera. I'm going into Elgato. I have like a graphics, I forget what they're called. It's a PCI thing you plug in the computer. I can't think of what it's called, but it's made by Elgato, right? An HD60 or something. So I'm like playing with that settings, and then I'm like looking down at the bottom, and I'm like, wait a minute. I pushed the cord in, and poof, it worked. I was like, oh man, little Chris, he got me again. Dun, 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 little Chris Bear, you bugger. Yeah, man, little Chris, man, he's a wild boy. I take him to not my dad's, but I take him to Kelly's moms and stuff. Totally, they can't. Oh man, they think he's wild. He learned how to do front flips, but he's landing on his butt. He's 3. Dude, I think by the time he's 4, he's gonna be doing backflips off of stuff and all kinds of reckless stuff. He's a fun little guy. But anyway, the color of this is looking pretty horrendous. It looks too bright. So I think that's unacceptable for a stream of this stature. I mean, I think it should look good because I think the information will be good, and I'll go in here and edit out parts like this where I'm jabberjawing. So similarity, what do I need to do? Brightness. Let's see here. Turn down the brightness a little bit. Turn down the gamma. Maybe that'll get me the color. And then crank up the contrast. Get that nice color. Oh, it's this. It's probably my light. All right, how's that look? Does that look good? Looks good enough. All right, moving on. Any questions before we get started? Sorry for jabberjawing. Love your work from India. Great. I'm glad I can help you. And remember, things that I would do, say making a YouTube video, or things I do on test sites, or things that I'm able to do with, say, RCI's properties. Sometimes I'll slip up and show some of that stuff, but then I have to erase the videos, right? That's a way different procedure than I would do for, say, this site that we're working on today, all right? Some things are really fun, and yeah, they work, but, I'm way more white hat than I am black hat when it comes to client work. I have to say. Now, when it comes to Offpage, that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I don't see any questions here. So if you gave me rice milk, I'd throw up. Man, he likes it. He likes rice milk, man. He's always, I think it's called, no, maybe it's soy milk. Because it says soy and then they got the chocolate. I think it says soy exclamation, actually. I could be wrong. Tastes like rice milk to me. So, hey, sir, from Pakistan. I live in Dubai. My business listing is not ranking on Google. I work continue with 4 month. Well, that's about clicks and traffic. One of the fastest movers that I have seen is forcing social traffic to the property. So I created a video not too long ago, and I'm going to do it for this person here because if you go out and you take a look like at his property, I told him, he's like, well, can I allocate more budget to speed up the SEO? I said, SEO is long game, but if you want to allocate budget, why don't we start allocating some budget towards Facebook ads instead of, because Google is good and it's about to be summer and, business is going to pick up for them. I said, but let's allocate some budget directing traffic because he's actually hiring legitimately. So let's speed up that process and generate some traffic to the Google My Business, create an event. It's an internship event or a hiring event. And let's start pumping traffic. A couple people came back to me and said, oh, hey, Google erased it, but I tested it 3 times. I did it for a slow amount, which I showed everybody. I did it again, and then I cranked it up on a other client's account, like Jack, where he has budget galore. I spiked it, and we're not having any problems. So I would highly recommend just force some traffic over. Right? Facebook works very, very well, and it's cheap. And even better, what I like about it is I really like their targeting capabilities. I know Google is good and all that, but there's just something about Facebook. You know what I think it is? I think it's that blue circle thing. It just makes me feel good, you know? I'm like, okay, I'm targeting this area. You know what I mean, but that's my recommendation. Hopefully that helps you out. I'm trying to take my sweatpants off. All right, I like almond milk, but can't do with the vegan milks. Yeah, you know, my wife, well, we're not actually married, but basically, right? Basically. So my wife's all into that stuff, right? You know, so I don't know. That's what she likes. I don't know. Whatever's good for little C is good for me, you know? So I'm down for it. Whatever she says, I just blindly, okay, yes, ma'am. I'm sure you do too, don't, Steve? All right, moving on. All right, so here we go here. Activate plugin. So let's get back to SEO now. I was trying to take my sweatpants off. That's why I was stalling. So as you can see, I keep things very, very simple. So for our actual theme, I'm starting at the very beginning. So for anybody that's logging on today, this will be step-by-step local SEO. So far what we've done is favicon. We took care of the CDN, so that takes care of our SSL certificate. We moved them over to cloud hosting from a horrible situation. Aside from that, all of our SEO type metas and, you know, schema types and all that stuff is taken care of by SEO Press. Aside from that, for speed and things along those lines, depending on the images, later on I might add an image optimization called Imagely, I think it's called. But for now, this is what we're working with. So here, let's take care of this permalink structure before we get into it. So we'll go to custom and save. That's fine. Oh, actually, custom and we'll go to post name. Okay, so save. I think that's how it's done, right? Okay, this one looks good. Okay, so, oh, it said no, you need to do this. Okay, that's fine. However, whatever you want, WordPress, you got it, buddy. All right, do not change your permalink structure on a production site. Changing URLs can severely damage your SEO. Why, thank you for that. All right, so now here's what we have here. I made a list. So these are going to be the locales that we'll be targeting. And then I started laying out, because I wrote it down, but for the video I wanted to give out, because I think that it's very, very important. You know, if you're doing local SEO, before you start, in my opinion, you know, I like to give, unless you can hold it all up here, I like to do like a layout, like a visual layout. So I would highly recommend doing a layout. So for us, in the header, we're going to do services and locations, about us. Privacy is actually going to go down below. Now, I noticed in this particular industry, as an EAT factor or a trust signal or whatever you want to call it, almost every single site or any of the top performers in all of the top cities are using what is called an accessibility statement. So we're going to get one of those. So we need privacy, terms, right? These are your filler pages, I guess, is what we call them. All right, so terms, accessibility, privacy, terms, services, locations, about us. Oh, and we're gonna set up a blog, but I don't think I'm gonna call it a blog. I think we're gonna call it. I noticed these guys over here were calling it. Oh, and here's another idea. So this is, aside from this is another site that I was looking for. If you go and you look, one of the top places to have a moving company, or the hardest competition, is Los Angeles. All right, just like almost anything else. So Los Angeles Moving Company. Now there's a particular company that I really like their SEO. I've talked about this in the past before. I forget where I heard it, but it's like, you don't want to be the first runner out, right? Because the guy that ran first, he probably spent a lot of money, and a lot of time. So I was actually looking at this guy. If you take a look down here, it's called Flat Rate. As you can see, it's purple. So this Flat Rate company, in my opinion, for moving companies, I like their SEO. I like what they did here. All right. So, yeah, basically that's about it. So these are pretty much the guidelines that I'm going to follow. So I guess let's come back over here. Inside of here, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and save this. I'm not going to play around with this too much, but I do want to grab these. All right. All right. Now I think I want to make those IA, but I'm not sure. All right. Now I want to be able to come back in here and grab these. So these are our location pages. Now I'm doing it a little bit differently for this guy. I know generally in most people it's, their package will contain like, I don't know, some rip-off number, right? But really, as an SEO, I mean, I'm pretty strict, transparent about things. I said, really, once I create the template, which I'm just going to rip off from the previous whoever was doing this for them. I know who was doing it, but I don't want to out them, and because they're actually kind of big. 25 miles away population. Okay, so this is some details that we wrote in here. All right, so this is a blue-collar town. Okay. So, but I told him let's get all these pages built out, because really I'm just going to duplicate them over. It doesn't really matter to me. It's just going to be the same page over and over again. The only thing I'm going to change is the locations. All right, so this is done. So let's get inside of here and let's start making some pages here. So here, I need to come over here. I need to go to Save Landing Page. All right, Horizon Lander. All right, so we want to save this as a template. I want to keep this page as a template, so when I come back over here and we start churning these babies out, it'll be easy for me to just pick up the same colors and everything. So here's another piece that I like about SEO Press. Actually, is this generated from SEO Press? I think it is. We'll talk about that later, though. Let's take care of this first. All right, so this. Let's launch this. And then please get your questions in. I mean, I'm just literally like working kind of, if to me SEO is not work. This is fun for me. So, yeah. Let's go back over here actually, because I think I could do this a lot faster. So let's go to all pages, and what I want to do is, let's go back, let's go to quick edit. I want to here, let's get a plugin, because I forget how to do it off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna go get a duplicator, because I forget what I have to do. Page duplication. What is the name of that? Page builder, duplicate post, post page. No, I want just a simple one. Duplicate posts page using custom post, easily using simple click. This was updated 2 days ago. Perfect. Exactly what I need. I just need something to duplicate the page. All right, you can activate that. So you can get rid of this. You can get rid of this. You can bring me over here. And I think this will take care of this. So let's come over here. Let's get some text. I'll come over and answer some questions in 2 seconds here. All right, so down the bottom, what do I want? I think I want a services tab. Actually, I think this should be fine. Bring this over here. Maybe I'll put the map down there or something. I don't know. I'll think about that. Let's do this one up here. Because I don't know if I want to do that yet. Is it going to let me fill this out? Horizon main. Dang it, I got to go make the pages first. Okay. That's what I'll do then. This will be a draft. Never. and then the plugin just stops working. Oh, that would be fun. All right, all pages. Now we could go in here and do it. All right. So this, you can ditch this. What we're going to do is we are going to trash it. And then this right here, we want to duplicate this. All right, so now that we've duplicated it, we're going to quick edit. And then I'm guessing what this should be is going to be moving. When you click on this, what are they doing? All right, so what is it? Moving services? Is that what this says too? Okay. All right. All right, so moving services. And then what is the piece over here? Moving services. Okay. So this will be the category page, I guess, if that's how you look at things. That's how I look at things. So that'll be our moving service category page. So let's just go ahead and do this. And I'll just do CAD. I guess I could remember that. So we have moving services. And then we're going to do locations. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll add a, oh, no, don't do that. We'll come here, and then what we're going to do is duplicate this one. And that will be moving services. Moving services. Locations, and then I'm going to come right over here. How did they lay these out? Packing and more. See, oh yeah, that's what I liked about that. They have their blog, but I like how they put tools and tips. Oh, moving tips. I like that. I think I'm going to take that. You know what I mean? I like how they did that. I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the moving tips theory and make that my blog, just to start smacking a bunch of keywords. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see how they do that. Okay, so movers is what they put in here for their locations. And then if I click on a location, how did they do it? Oh, I see. So let's go to Maryland, and then let's just pick one. and then find. All right, so I see what they did. And then they did Augusta. Okay, so that, I guess that's going to be the layout for me. Movers. So that'll be the place, that'll be the slug for the locale pages. Do I want to do that? Not really. All right, so locations. I will have a locations page. But just for internal linking. Damn, I need something to spin. I'm gonna have to buzz this. All right, I'm gonna come over here and answer some questions now. And then we'll start hammering these out. Anybody have any questions? That'll be fun. All right, so I'll go ahead and bang these out. Can you please guide on how to rank #1 in Google Maps from basic? I mean, this is a very large question, right? Because there's a lot of steps. I mean, it's not just one quick tip that I can give you, but I've made several videos. There's one in particular called Google My Business 21. It's got a map behind me and it's got a pink outline. I even give like a little mind map that you can download. Do those steps first. That's like the most basic things that you could possibly do. Take care of those ultra basics. Or you want to know some other basics? There's a gentleman on here, his name's Zane, right? I think it's Zane Net or Zane UK. He'll give you all the basics, right? He's got a whole channel dedicated to it. You know, so with those two pieces right there, like if you want to know the basic white hats, Zane has you covered. If you're a beginner like you say, and you're just starting out, take a look at that video that I created. I have a mind map. So with those two resources right there, my mind map and that video, plus Zane's entire channel, this will get you to intermediate levels. Once you get all that done, then you'll be ready to, then go to Calendly, sign up for an hour, and we'll talk about how you can win. All right? So hopefully that helps you out. But I would do those two things first. All right, moving down the list. Hopefully that helps you too, by the way. Can you please guide? Okay, so Lucas says you have to pay for SEO. You have to pay for SEO Press Pro. SEO Press Pro is a paid plugin. Yes. Yes. It's paid and it's worth it. It's $40. It's $40 hairs, right? So for $40 hairs, it's totally worth it. Michael Denny says, experiment used Google's internal web builder to build roofing site. Just name, service, phone, basically a little shocked on how quickly it's coming up. Think I should stick with it. So you use Google's web builder. Are we talking about Google Sites? Are we talking about Google Business? Or are we talking about, because this is something I've been playing with, you know, when you first get your Google Suite, and inside of Google Suite they'll give you a testing site. So it's like they give you your own extension on the Google domain, but it's actually your domain. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because I've been playing with those, not for anything competitive, and I'm seeing a little bit of play there. I'll probably share in one of these next videos. But yeah, no, I would. You always want to retain your traffic. You always want to own your traffic. You get what I'm saying? So if you're utilizing another asset, that's great. Keep that asset. Detune it for your primary keywords, but you need to get your own asset, whether it's an HTML, a Drupal site, a WordPress site, on AWS, and it's just flat HTML and CSS. Whatever the case is, you need to own your traffic, own your property. All right? That's my best advice, but keep that asset, though. Don't just murk it, you know? So hopefully that helps you out. David says, hey, Chris, great to see you. Thanks for the free information. My pleasure. Glad to share. Hey, Chris, in WordPress, should I no index tags and categories? Tags I wouldn't be using. Categories, you can, yes. I've seen both. I've done both. So categories are maybe, it just depends. Tags, I don't even use them. I would. Marco says Yoast page duplicator. I don't like anything Yoast. I don't use it, but I'm sure it works. Stu says, I've got many tag pages on page 1 of Google, but not my articles. So that's interesting. It could have something to do with the internal linking, but I've seen that too, so I'm not surprised by that. Using SEO Press and SEO Press Pro both isn't it going to affect this site. You need SEO Press to have SEO Press Pro. All right? At least how I'm using it. All right? But no, it's fine. I've done it every time I've used it. I've never had any trouble. I like SEO Press. All right. Can you really just duplicate the pages, basically? Shouldn't you get a penalty for that? I'm not going to be just duplicating the pages. I'm duplicating the pages so I can go back in and make modifications. But I'm keeping the same structural layout, the same colors, the same everything, pretty much. So I'm not too concerned with it. When doing schema for pages, should I be doing custom schemas for each page or shifting specific targeted local pages to the specific location details in the relevant page? Okay. So when doing schema for pages, should I be doing custom schemas for each page or shifting specific targeted pages? Okay. So there are going to be custom schemas, like say you're using this plugin, there are going to be custom schemas on some pages, right? Sometimes you're going to have to add custom schema types. And then with these tools, but you're going to have schema that's across the whole, like this is an article, this is a web page, this is a local business, this is the, like, you're going to have some stuff that's basic, right? So that's why you'll get a plugin like all-in-one plugin or SEO Press. It'll take care of all the basic stuff. Then any extras that you want to add, you can add into the custom fields and then you can create your own, right? So each page will have its own, but a lot of them are just duplicated over. All right? Hopefully that helps you out. Example, should do the home areas served property have them all, then Dallas smaller subs. Should the home areas served property have them all and then say Dallas, Texas landscaping service area, Dallas small sub-communities? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. But if I had sub-communities off of Texas, I'd make a top-level Texas page. And like say if I was doing a bunch of them, I'd probably do Texas / and then I'd have my city, and then any municipality off of the city would be my silo. So it'd be Texas / Houston / municipalities. But then if I was targeting big cities, those are going to be top level pages. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Michael Denny, but the page itself is a little more than an electronic business card. Pretty much. What are your thoughts on rank math? It's all right. I didn't really... I had it. I cracked it. I gave it away. I didn't like it. That was it. Somebody gave it to me to use. I nulled it and gave it away. I didn't really like it, but it made a good giveaway. I think I gave away 200 of them. So I was really happy with that. I was glad to help because a lot of people really did like it. It just wasn't for me. Can you please tell me his channel name? Whose channel name? The Google guy? Yeah, he's a really good guy. Like you go to Google My Business, SEO, right? He ranks. Usually he ranks in here. Oh yeah, here you go, right here. See this one right here? Zane right here. Great guy, really nice guy. Not my style, like he doesn't teach like me, but I think he has good info and I think he's a nice guy, right? I think he's a really good guy and I think he has good information. And I think for beginners, he's your guy, right? White hat, he's probably your guy. This guy over here would do good too. I don't know where he is. See this guy here? This guy's got good information too, right here. So Chris Palmer SEO, I have tons of stuff on there. I'm just kidding with you. There's one more guy. If he would create more videos, see this guy here? He's got some good Google My Business stuff, but he doesn't create enough information, right? So these are just opinions, just my opinion, all right? All right, so hey Chris, I made a bunch of location pages and then had to change slug after creating Google indexed old URL slug. Should I 301 all the links? Okay, so don't 301 anything to the new page unless it's getting traffic or it has quality links. Other than that, just remove it, all right? You know, go into your search console though and submit a old content, you know what I mean? Like within Google Search Console, you can say, hey, this is old content, it's outdated. Go and do that. But other than that, I wouldn't concern it. And then make sure you run your sitemap and make sure you update your HTML sitemap. All right. Isaac says, should the schema for each one of those pages be custom written and different, though, is the main concern? Texas Landscaping have blanket schema or handwritten for each location. Well, you know, some of the schema types are going to need to be edited. All right. A lot of the basic stuff is going to be fine. So it's just, I answered somebody before. Some of the elements are going to need to be custom. Some of the elements are going to need to be changed, but your basic stuff, like, oh, this is the name of this, like saying this is a web page, right? This is an article, right? And then the name of whatever the article, the schema for the images, that's going to be, this is all auto-generated by the tool. It'll take all the unique elements of the page and create schemas. Like the image, this is a web page, this is an article, this is a local business, this is a review, a video if you're doing it, all that stuff. It's like auto-generated. The only thing you're going to be adding is entities, entity relationships, has maps, adding maps, and whatever else off the top of my head I can't think. But yes, there's some, but a lot of it's going to be duplicated. All right, so I have to go back and start working again. I'll answer more questions. Throw them in. I have no problem answering you guys at all. I'm glad to help. I'm happy to help. But I got to get this done. All right. All right. So locations, services, locations, services. All right, so we're going to duplicate locations. And we're going to make this the about us. Okay. So about us, we'll update that. Quick edit. All right, so let me take a look at this. All right, so when they're doing their locations, what are they doing? Are they going right to the, so they're leaving locations. All right, so that's a top performer and they're doing locations. So that's what we're gonna do. You see how I'm doing that, guys? Go see who the winners are. Not just the winners in your market. Go see who the winners are. Go to New York, go to Los Angeles, go to Texas, go to the hot spots, go to the hardest competition areas and see what the hitters are doing. Then for design features, I like to see who's got the biggest money. Because why? Because they figured out what works for conversion. They've probably done the Hotjar stuff. They've done tracking. They've done all the work. You get what I'm saying? So like Mayflower knows that this page, I guarantee you, converts. Or it wouldn't be sitting here. Jeez Louise. Dog's going nuts out there. So, yeah. So this is going to be design. This is going to be the SEO guideline. just so you guys know why I keep popping over here, this is why I'm doing it. This is a guideline. Now, we're going to get into, I have pop right here. Once we have the pages and everything's up, we're going to pop it. I like that. I like to say that. We're going to pop it. But that's down the road. All right? So just so you guys know. All right. And please feel free to go ahead and ask your questions. I'll get them done in a moment here. So we'll update this. So we have the About Us. We have locations. We have our services page. We're going to go in here and we're going to make a blog. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate the About Us and we're going to make a blog. But they don't call it the blog. I think they call it tips, right? So tips. So now anchor text on the page is a signal, right? So I think they're a little detuned here, but you know, if I'm going to make, especially in a header or a footer or a page, we want to get it into, we want to get a keyword in there. So the blog, or we'll call it the moving blog, right? All right, I could update that later. It's going to be a blog though. If I click on that, what's it take me to? Let me see. So it's called Moving Tips. All right, so Moving Tips. What about these guys over here? What do they got? So if I click on blog, what's it go to? Just flat out blog. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with moving blog to keep that in there. And then the slug will be blog. So I'm going to stick with that. So we got the blog. We need a privacy policy, right? So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. Now let's come over here. I want to take a look at, let's see here, blog resources. So facts. So they have a facts page. So we're probably going to create one of those. A reviews page. See, my client wants the stars to pop. He really likes this. And I told him that needs to be on the reviews page, but he really wants them to pop on the home page. I know it's not supposed to, but he's insistent. So we're going to try for him. But usually your review schema has to go on the reviews page. All right? But sometimes you have to do what you're told, right? All right, so box store, I'm looking for privacy policy. All right, press releases, customer service, reviews, where is it? Where is it? Oh, I need to get this from him. All right, so where is your services? I would think it would be in the About Us, the resource section. So contact us, careers, complaints, and claims. Huh. Here, let's go here. And we'll go to privacy policy. All right. Okay. All right, so we can take that. All right, so that's going to be our privacy policy. So maybe that's the page we'll do next. So this will be this. So quick, we're going to do privacy policy, Horizon, HORIZON, Horizon privacy policy. And we will copy and make this the privacy policy and paste. And then we will update. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go in there and bang this out quick. Because I want to get that up. All right. So for this right here, what I'm going to do is come out here. And we're going to go for Horizon Movers logo. We're going to go to images because, again, remember, he lost access, unfortunately. So we have to do it the hard way. Kind of not the way I would do things, but I guess some companies are just like that, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so horizon movers and climate control storage. So I guess we could keep it that way. I just want something basic. Well, here, let's just do it this way. Alright, where are you? Is this it right here? Alright, Quad Cities Moving Company. So this is our page. Good. Leave and up. And this is background and ditch it and color and solid. We'll make it gradient because we like it. We'll do blue with some color, and we'll add some text in here, and this, and a content box, I guess it's called. Content box. Can I put it in the middle of this? No? Okay. So this, that's big. Layout. Actually, you know what? I don't even think I need that, to be quite honest with you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it the horizon. I keep wanting to do that, huh? Horizon movers privacy policy. We'll go right here. We'll make this small, right? What do you think? And then we'll make it what, our blue, right? I like this blue right here, or black, or whatever it is. We'll go blue. Bam, done. And then this section here, we'll get rid of it, right? We'll get rid of this one. And we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this section. We'll keep this down here. And then the privacy policy, we'll just go over here and snag this one. What do you guys think? Right? So what we'll do is we'll just take this. What do you guys think? Wait a minute. Who are these people? Analytics. Okay, maybe we won't take that one. Let's come on over here. We'll go to the About Us. And here, watch. We'll go to privacy policy. Right? And we'll just snag this one, privacy policy. Let me get this. Thank you. Come again. Here, let me get that. Let me get that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Then we'll come over here. We'll paste it in here. We'll make it big. And then what's their name? Their name is, they should list it in here. 2 Men in a Truck. All right. So copy, edit, find and replace 2 Men in a Truck with HOR, horizon movers. Replace all. All right. Last updated. Today is today. Today is what? May? No, today is not May, Chris. It's March. And it is the 19th of 2021. All right, so let's go through here and make sure that we're all good here. We need to make sure that everything is clean. We're going to take this here. We're going to copy it. I need to come out here. Horizon Movers, Iowa. I forget their name. Oh, they're on Better Business. So BBB. And that's another reason why I decided to help him, because he's in position. He just needs a little extra help. Is this their legit name? I guess it is, huh? Okay. All right. I guess this is the legit name, so I guess that's what we'll run for. We got an A+ accredited business. I mean, how can we go wrong? For some reason, I just don't think that that's their name, but if it needs to be changed, I'll change it. So Horizon Movers privacy policy. We'll bring this up. We'll break this here. We'll just get this right here, copy it, and then let's just read through here. Information. To enter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. We're going to go over here to the site, and we're going to grab this. We're going to bring it over here, because I need to make this a little bit different, kind of, I guess. To enter we're going to put the name of our website right there. We respect each website visitor. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, looks good. Done, done. Notification of changes. Okay, looking good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this right here. We're going to say end. Form information. Okay, chat feature. We don't do that, so we can get rid of that. Email communications. So Horizon Movers, Horizon Movers. So good, it changed those out. Horizon Movers. We're looking for any instance of the other business, security, and safeguards. And that looks good. So tracking and storage of information. Let's just make sure that we're clean and clear here. Okay, so that's that. Cookie strictly necessary. Okay. And this one looks good. This looks good. This looks good. Okay, so here we go. So California Consumer Act. Okay, so this needs to be changed. We're going to come over here and we're going to grab our friend's email address quick. All right, so we want to make sure that this is taken care of, obviously. I saw it here somewhere. I have it, but it'd be a lot easier just to grab it from here. Where did I see it? Can you guys hear me okay? Boy, oh boy, I thought I saw it. Okay, well, so let's just come over here. We'll click on, okay, whatever. I know I saw it somewhere. So here, we'll go here, we'll go to the cache. And I think it is email. Horizon Movers QC. Okay, Horizon Movers QC. All right, so it is Horizon Movers QC.com. Okay. All right, and you can contact us at, and then the phone number is right here. Copy. Bring that over here. And let's scroll on down. Bring it up. Okay. Phone. Paste. Fax. Done. Website. We'll take care of that. Conflict resolution within by mail, telephone. Here, you know what we'll do? We'll do text. Why not, right? 3 days, okay. Come on up here, because I need to add some details. All right, address, movers, or calling. And then you can add that, paste. Perfect. The request will be fulfilled within 30 days, blah, 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 with Horizon movers. Okay. Has ended there. I don't know who wrote that, but even I know that one. Call tracking. Okay, I don't know if he does do call tracking, but I think he does on some campaigns, so we'll leave that. External links, notifications, conflict resolution, website. All right, here we go. So website. / contact information. Okay, you guys use big letters. Okay, I can use big letters too. So this is Horizon movers. All right. Business name. Okay. The address is. We're gonna go any challenge. I like how that looks. Okay, and then after that, what do we got going on here? So call us to book today. So let's take a look at their layout here. So flat, okay, headers are, so flat, contact us. What did I put? Okay, so contact us. We could go contact us, and then we'll go contact Horizon movers today. I like that. And then Horizon movers, we can do whatever you want. All right, and then underneath that, what we'll do is we will add our location details. Actually, what I'll do is this. So this particular box, what I'm going to do is I'm going to main options, layout and position. What I'll do is I'll make that a little bit smaller, and I'll bring this one up. Right? Let me take a look at this. Okay, bring that back. So this whole block. How do you do that? Let me see here. Oh, I see. Make that a 0. Make that a 0. We'll just stick to the design elements. Let me see this one quick though. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So let's go down here to borders, gutters, layout, main. It's got to be this one. Well, I guess that's just what it is. Alright, so that's that. So we have this. Let me come back over here. Alright, so we're going to add a button in there for the phone number. Okay, I like that idea. So if we come down here, we'll grab this one, we'll duplicate it, and then what I'll do is I'll just bring that bad boy up here. Alright. So this, and then to take up this room, what I'll do is I'll just make it a triple XL. Div tag, call today. All right, that works. All right, moving down the list. And then, all right. I think I actually want to take this block and move it. All right. Let me look at this again. What did they have? Location, hours, and contact us. So this is the contact us. Contact Horizon Movers. This one's location. Location. No, that's just filler for placement. It's lorem ipsum, it's Latin, it's just a placeholder. So it's no problem. I'll fill it up, but for now I use that as a placeholder. All right, so location details. So we're going to come over here, and then we're going to grab these location details. So we want location. So we'll copy this. We'll bring it over here. And that's going to be that. All right. Okay, and we're going to grab this. Copy. And this. Oh boy. It's a little too big. And this and this. Okay. Name, address, phone number. Oh, we need our hours. Okay, so let's grab these hours. All right. What did they call it on the last time? What did they call it? So just hours? Okay. So he wants it to say hours. So we'll paste that in there. And what I'll do is I will center this. Well, I don't need that. Okay, this is how he wants it, so that's how we're going to do it. He wants the hours, he wants location, hours of operation, so that's perfectly fine. Monday, 8 to 5, so it's all 8 to 5 except for Saturday. Okay. Okay. So this will be Monday. Cut that out, and we'll put that right here. Killing me. All right, so Monday, so Saturday and Sunday they're closed. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Sunday, Saturday. Saturday is 8 to 12. My lord, I don't like that at all. What a pain in the neck. All right, I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. All right, Saturday's 8 to 12. Sat 8 to 12. Sunday is closed. All right, I guess if that's how you want it, then that's how I'll do it. So Monday, 8 to 5. Tuesday, 8 to 5. Okay. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, so it's mapped over to there, and it's CLOSED. This is 8 to 12, 8 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 5, and this one is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. All right, so that is matched and mirrored over to that is the same as that. Okay, perfect. Copy this. Good. It's the same then. So hours. Okay. So we have your hours of operation. We have your location. And contact us today. Call, and that's that. Okay. And then I guess the last element that I would place in here is going to be hours of operation. So let's go ahead and put that in there. I kind of like just hours. Location, Davenport, Iowa. So there's the name, there's the hours. So name, address, and then let's go ahead and throw this in there too. Paste. Let's make sure we have the phone number plain as day in there. And bingo, bango, bongo. So we have the name, address, and phone number. There's our location, so that works out good. Okay, bring this up to here. Okay, that's fine. All right, so location, hours, request a quote. We have our piece here, so that's good. And contact form 03. No, that's perfectly fine. So we're going to save this. And let me just make sure that it's identical to what it was. So contact, hours, and location. Oh, so contact us. Okay, so we can do it that way. Contact us. The only other thing is email. So there's that. Contact us. So you could call us today. And then here, what we'll do is email. So we'll duplicate this, and we'll bring it down because that element was on the past page. And we'll go to email, and it could be email us. And then this is a link. So let's make a link. Target URL is going to be Chris at HORIZO Horizon Movers QC.com. Alright, so that'll open up in a new tab, and I think that's how you do it. Email us. Okay, so this one we can make medium and a little bit smaller like that. Yeah, that way that flows nice. Yeah, like that. Let me see. How's that look? That looks good, man. That's good. Nice. Okay. I'm happy with that. All right, so that's good enough. Moving on. Ah, shite. I said shite. S-H-I-T-E. All right. Got water on my phone. All right. Moving right along. I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we can bring it on back now to this page. So this was saved, right? All right, so there's our contact. We have our email, hours of operation. Was there anything else that I was missing? A plain as day phone number, I guess. I guess that would work. Call today. Well, no, I think I made the button. I didn't. So call is going to be TEL colon, and then the number is right here. We'll copy that. And that can be a link as well. So TEL colon, and we'll paste it in. I think you have to do it this way. I think you got to take these out of there. And we'll copy this, copy, and insert. And this needs to be just like the others. Nothing different. No, you don't have to underline it. I'm totally cool with that. So there's the email address. So that's in there. Phone number. Call us today. This button is going to go for the telephone. So we'll paste that in there. And we can save that. So that's a call us today button. Contact us. Email form. Phone number, email. Hours of operation. There's our regular form. So request a quote, which should go right to the phone line if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. Slipping. All right, so throw that in there and save. Dang it, I need to change that element. Okay, well, I'll take care of that later. We have the map embed. So far, so good. What is this down here? That does not belong there. So we can save that. And all right, I'm enjoying that. So there's the contact us. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and quick edit. So that's contact us. And we are going to go ahead and publish this. So update. All right, now I think we can start adding this menu. So let me come over here to the appearance. We're going to go to themes, customize, widgets, menus. And inside of our main menu, we're going to add view all, about us, and contact us. And about us and contact us. About us, contact us. Yeah, I think that's fine. So add that menu. All right, so the privacy policy, so that's one of the elements that goes down below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add text down here. And this is going to be the privacy. Okay, we're going to go white and apply privacy policy. Now that, do we want that underlined? Privacy policy. Yeah, I think that's right. And then that we want to be small because we're going to have a bunch of those. So privacy policy. All right, that's fine. And then this. This we can have bigger. This we can have bigger. All right, so that's good so far. All right, any questions? Anybody have any questions so far? Anything at all? Anything at all? Yeah, that's fine. It's actually been 4 hours we've been messing around with this. I'm taking my time, though. This is why I don't design stuff. This is why, personally, I like when stuff is already designed. And then it's like, oh, you need to fix this, 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 and this. You know? It just makes my life so much easier. I didn't even get into that part yet. This is a great guy, and I don't mind helping him out. Plus, he took care of me, so usually I would hand this off to someone else, definitely, for sure. But I think this is a great guy, and I don't mind helping him. So that's that. So yeah, it's taking a little longer. I'm not a design pro by any stretch of the imagination. All right, so here's the design here for your SEO knowledge. That's right. So sorry for going off topic. So how do you use emulators for CTR? I need to experiment with YouTube. I don't use them for YouTube because YouTube you need so much so fast. And what I have found with working with multiple people is even if you get it set up and you have a great machine, the amount of volume that you need for YouTube is much different than, say, for maps or for a local listing where you're only sending a few per keyword and branded searches where you're just inflating the numbers just slightly for an edge. Completely different than, say, YouTube where you need a lot of watch time, you need to manipulate the watch time, you need multiple accounts going there. You have to, it's a whole nother animal and something that I just don't play with personally. Could it work? Sure. Is it something that I do? It's not. So my advice for YouTube probably would not be the best. I'm sure I could figure it out, but it's a volume game for YouTube, which is much different than a SERP or maps. All right. So that's all I have to say about that. Do you have a favorite software to do the rebuilding? So wait, I think I skipped one. I'll get to that one too, but I think I skipped one. What's the plan with those phones? All right, so sorry for going up. Okay, I currently have 100 phones and 2 SIM cards, just waiting for my hotspot to arrive. I'm not sure what, so I like hotspots because they're cheaper than buying phones, right? That's why I use hotspots. People ask. The reason is because I can go buy unbranded hotspots on eBay in bulk, used, not used, and I can get USBs for anywhere between 20, 15, 10 bucks, 9 bucks, 11 bucks, 25 bucks. Phones, even if they're busted, they're usually at least $50 or more. So I'm able to cut the cost in half. SIM cards, you're able to buy international SIM cards. You're able to buy Net 10s, Mints, T-Mobile. Pretty much anything now, as I've been dabbling. I like both CDMA and GSM. I do think that there's an advantage, perhaps, to CDMA, meaning like Verizon and Sprint types of networks instead of GSM like AT&T, T-Mobile. It really depends. So with that being said, you still need a SIM, a hotspot. A SIM, a hotspot. Yes, I can get multiple different IPs out of that one SIM card, but unless you have something to change or manipulate the MRIED, which is going to be basically the SIM card number, you have to take that step. So I need to, because my IP is still going to be sharing, like that's still just one. So I need to be able to change all of those details. So just so you know that. Now, do you think you have to get that aggressive to change a fluctuation for a plumber in Tamaqua, Pennsylvania? No, not at all. Do I think that you're going to have to go that deep for, I don't know, SEO in New York? Yes, I do. So that's, best wishes to you. I like the hotspots. If you're going to get a hotspot, make sure that you get a hotspot that has the capability to be accessed and turned on and turned off from your computer. It's night and day. You want to make sure, or buy a hub that has a software that you can control all the sub SIMs at one time. There's providers now. They've been out forever. I bought a 50 port and it comes with software so you can control all the ports. Every single port, it's one central network. So you plug in all the SIMs and you have access to all of them. So I would definitely recommend that. Do you have a favorite software to do rebuilding? I'm not sure what you mean by rebuilding. If you mean like downloading from way back or whatnot, I've tried 2 or 3 of them. I think Alvarex I've used a couple times. I actually got a script from a guy on Blackout World for $25, and it takes care of it pretty good and pretty fast. If you go looking on there, you'll find it. You'll find the guy that's offering it. Whitey said, "Can we trade? I work on designs, and you show me your strategies and tricks." Well, I need somebody that's going to be able to implement this kind of stuff way faster than me or Eric or my VA can, right? 9 times out of 10, I generally don't take people that want a full build out. Like, they don't need everything. Like, it's already there. They might need some new pages. They definitely will need optimization. But like from start to beginning like this usually is not something that I do. But, you know, Josh says, we'll go for longer now. Cliff says, hello. Hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. All right, so it looks like we got through the questions, so let's keep it moving. So cancel that. So we have our main front page. So this is a page. So about us, contact, okay. And then privacy. So let's come on down here. All right, so inside of the footer, all right, so let me just take a look at this. Menu state open, menu state closed. Drop down, yeah, I like the drop down. I think that's what I'll do. And then drop down icon and arrow. No, none. Menu items. Services, locations. Services, locations, about us, area, and contact. So, okay. So we can go in there and finish that up, and I guess that'll broadcast against the whole piece. All right, so the next step that I want is I want the accessibility statement. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and make this for us. I think that's okay, so let's go ahead and grab this. Let's go ahead and get the accessibility, and we'll base that off of our privacy policy page. So this looks good. Contact us, so we'll save this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make the accessibility. But let's come over here and see what EAT metrics I need. Wow, I can't believe this isn't done yet. You got to be kidding me. Okay, so let's get in here. Let's view the pages. Moving company. No. View page runs. Okay. Slug. We'll go to advanced. We'll go to EAT. Okay, there we go. All right, so now let's take care of this. So this is why I love Pop, right? Because now it's going to tell me what those guys have. About us, contact, so customer service page. All right, so I like that. We'll add one of those. Average internal links with 404. Okay, social media links, so we need to add those. Privacy policy we have, blog page we have, meet the team page, we don't have that yet. Authority outbound links, so .gov. We'll have to check that out. And then person schema, and then role publisher, so that makes sense. Twitter card, we can take care of that. We can take care of a lot of these really easy copy rights. So let's go out here and see if there's privacy policy, data security policy. I think we have a data security policy actually. Let me see here. So there's the cookie, there's the privacy. No thanks. And so there's the, we're gonna need the accessibility, but I need one more. Oh, it's terms of service. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. So is that what the page optimizer is saying it's called? Terms of service. So I'm guessing that is the, let's go out and take a look here. So let's do moving company Iowa. Okay, let's just take a little look here quick. We'll go over here to all, and I want to just double check a few things. So here's Allied. Let's go ahead and open them up. I know they do pretty well. And then North American, I think, does, well, they do good there. Where's the other big boys? Oh, there's none really on this page, so that's interesting. Well, let's go see what Spine has. Do either of these guys have, look at this. They're stealing my idea. Huh. I didn't even see this page yet. Okay. All right, so blog, about, moving. I'm probably going to do that. About us, moving services, careers, become an agent, blog. So I don't see any. I see the privacy policy. All right, so let's just add that in, and we'll just call that a day. So let's come on down here. Let's we'll go back to our pages. Save. Come back to our pages, all pages, leave. All right, so we're going to take the contact us page and we're going to duplicate it. No, I'm sorry, the privacy policy page. So we're going to take the privacy policy page and duplicate it so we can do the accessibility statement, because that one of our leading competitors has it. So in case they know something I don't, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in there. So I think that's fair. I'll probably go and get, it's called like ASIA or ASIA or something like that. Forgive me for not knowing the exact name of it, but it's for accessibility for people with hearing and or vision impairment. So I'll go and put that into the page later on, but I want to make sure I have the statement just in case maybe Pop's missing something, or maybe I'm missing something that I need to have it. Just so you guys know. So I'm not seeing this. Let's go to published and privacy policy page. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just duplicate this, and we're going to make the accessibility. All right, so privacy policy page. This is the draft. We're going to go to quick edit, and this is going to be accessibility. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Accessibility policy. Okay. And is that what this is called too? Accessibility. Okay. All right. And again, you can ask your questions. I'll get to them in a moment here. No worries. So I guess we can just go ahead and just copy this, and we'll just bring it right over here. Okay. So accessibility policy, and we will go ahead and publish this, and we'll update it. Okay, we'll come over here to Thrive Architect. save this one just in case I didn't. If I forgot, I probably hit it 9 million times knowing me. Alright, so this is going to be the Horizon Movers accessibility policy. Okay. Alright, so this was updated today, and this is going to be this right here. And we'll put that there like that. Alright. We'll go and we'll take this, we'll cut this out, we'll add text, and we'll just put it right below this text. We'll paste it in, and we will center it, and this can be our H2. Alright, and then this, we'll just ditch all of this. Wait, let me see what's in here. Yeah, we'll just knock this off quick. We'll come over here and we'll just grab this right here. Alright. Whoop, excuse me. And let's go ahead and go over here. We're going to grab a paragraph and we're going to toss it in here. That way we're covered. So we are going to grab this. We're going to come out here, go up here. A lot of strange. I live on the main road in my small little town, and a lot of strange people. Or at least I think they're strange. So what size is this? This is 18. Okay. So this needs to be size 18. So horizon moving. So we'll come up here. We'll make this color. Actually, let's make it. Let's go down here to black. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make black one of my favorites, because I find myself using it quite frequently. So we're going to go ahead and go black and apply. So horizon movers and climate control storage, and we're going to company. We're going to write company. Whoop. You know, just to make sure I get that word on there. Right? Is committed to ensuring that our blah blah blah. Okay, and disabilities. So that's fair. And then we'll do a div tag, divvy, okay, and enter, and enter. If you're experiencing any type of, okay, horizon, okay, is committed to ensuring that our websites functionality for all of our sites visitors meets the requirements set forth by. Okay, and where's that link to? Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and copy that. All right. So this is W3org. This version, latest version. So we're going to go here. W320, is that what they used? Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's perfectly fine. So we're going to go ahead and add that in. But I'm just going to change this out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this. Oh, they already put it in there for me. Why, thank you. And we'll underline it. Okay. For users, we're going to write users instead of those with disabilities. We haven't conducted we conduct third-party audits, blah, blah, blah. We are using okay, I'm not promoting anybody else. Okay. If you're experiencing, okay, we can do it this way. Colors, okay, that's fine. Just a short little page, and it adds another page. Good place for some links, I guess. Oh, this would be another good place for some internal links. Okay. So let's go to Horizon Movers, right? And we're going to go to the Contact Us page. Did I spell that right? Yeah, okay. And then I think it's on here, isn't it? Yeah, okay, good, good, good. Let's go ahead and grab this, copy it. This will make another good place to hit with links, or at least maybe not links, but it's a good place for another spot to internally link, send some more internal little bit of juice. I don't see why not, but this time how I'm going to do it, just to see how it looks, is I'm going to set up some columns here, right under here, above, and I'm going to set up 2 columns. Oh no, no, no. This, send that back. All right, so this, I'm going to get some columns, and we'll go above these columns. All right, so let's do it this way. So we need a content box above. Man, it keeps putting it in there. All right, well, if you insist. All right, fine, screw it. I'm gonna put it right here. Above the content box. Background. Okay. And then inside of that background, I'm going to add a column section. And this column section is going to have 2 columns in it. And inside of those columns is going to have text. One right here and one right here. All right. Now, and inside of that text is going to be this. Bada bing. Cut. And bada boom. Now let me take a look at that. Here we'll go cut. We'll add this one right here. And these look pretty even. Okay, they are even. All right, I like that. Can we make these stylized or? Let me look at these. Yeah, I like how that looks. So this box, can I make this like styled? Don't mess with it, Chris. Just leave it. All right, so need movers. Get a moving quote fast. Contact us. Now this should actually be, I think I made the other ones this color. Or this color. I think I like that better. I really do. I think I like that better. Let me see how this looks. Contact us and then make these letters white. think I like that a lot better. Then let's do this. No, this one. And then with the white letters inside. Let me just see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. All right, and then let's make this large. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's nice, man. That looks good. And then what I'll do is I'll just add a divider here. Divider, right? Come on, give me it. Yep, one of these. And we'll just throw one of those right here. You know? Why not? And what I'll do is I'll make that sucker blue. Yeah. See, that looks good. That looks good, man. Boy, that looks good. Alright, so that's looking good. What we'll do is we'll make this a little bit bigger. Right? So it's just above the fold there. I'll go ahead and tap that down. What I'll do is I'll tap that down. Alright, that's above the fold. Let's see how it looks over here. Horizon. This looks pretty good, except for that's a little big. Fur. Let me see, how's that look? Oh boy, that's ugly. Alright, I mean, $32. Alright, line height. There you go. That should be easy to read, especially since it's the disability page. I mean, I want them to be able to see the dang thing. If they're having trouble seeing, I want to make sure they could see that, you know? So, there we go. And then this, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, you guys are making it kind of hard for me here. Alright, there. Button, small, medium, large. There you go. Good. Done. Alright. And the answer is this looks pretty good. I got my locations here. I got my need movers. I got that. I got this. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's save it. And all right, any questions now while we're going through here? Chris, I'm trying to boost CTR on YouTube for medium to high competition terms, connecting multiple phones to the hotspot, changing IP with flight mode, 1 Google account per phone. Okay, so connecting multiple phones to the hotspot. Multiple phones to the hotspot, changing the IP. Yeah, I mean, that IP is still coming from one phone. It's still one IP. I mean, you're able to change it, but make sure you're changing the device location, you know? So, I think you'll do okay though. 100 phones for 500. So what is that, like $700? So that's $7 a piece. So you bought 100 iPhones for $7 a piece. Is that about right? That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. But hey, best wishes to you. And I have 2 unlimited SIM cards that I managed to get for free. Excellent. You're in it, buddy. I'm pretty sure all I need to do is hotspot and change flight mode on the change IP. I don't think I need to change the SIM number. At least that's not what I think. Yeah. Okay. But yes, you're right. Maybe I need to change SIM number, and every once in a while I'll continue to buy phones. Yep. Well, best wishes to you, my friend. Best wishes. I'm glad to see that you guys are out there trying and getting moving excellence in the quad cities. All right. Cities. Whether you are relocating, a long distance move, or just moving locally, are trusted movers ensure your belongings regardless of where you are going. What do you guys think of this rewrite, huh? Pretty nice, right? Regardless of where you're going. Horizon Moving Company, right? We'll get that back in there again. Can get you moved into your home faster. As a full service moving company, right? We'll get that in there again. We handle everything from packing, loading. We handle everything with care. From your packing supplies. I don't know if they actually do packing. I'll have to ask them about that. Do you do packing? Do you pack? I don't know. Do you pack? Loading, transporting, and unpacking of your... Let me take a look at this here quick. Where are you, buddy? Alright, we gotta get rid of some of these things here. So let's come back over here, log back in. Okay, we got this right here, view page. Alright, view page runs. Back in here to advanced. I need my LSI and variations. Moving and movers, that's what I'm looking for. And mover. Okay. But what about other things like allied, demos, agents? Ah, agents. Okay. I'll take care of that later. Unpack, loading and transporting and unpacking your possessions. Okay. Make that black. Horizon movers. provides affordable moving services backed by a name you can trust. Our company is backed by a history of quality and efficient moving services. There we go. And it is our honor to assist you with your next move, regardless of distance. Call now to get an instant quote today. Okay, so that looks like a nice little chunk of text. Got some words on the page. All right, now let's finish this off. Right? And I'll answer some questions in a second here. We're having fun today. Plus, I'm tracking. All right. All right, so this is all filled out now, right? There's no more lorem on the page. Oh, there is. Okay, so this, if I remember correctly, is actually a block above background section, and then this is content blocks. Where's mine at? No. There is a template. I forget where it's at though. All right, let's add this. Oh, templates and symbols. That's right. Above here. Aha. Okay. Looks pretty similar. Okay, so this one can go. This needs to be a little bit smaller. Okay. All right, let's get this. We're going to get a divider. Add it here, right? We'll make it, I don't know, dark blue. This we'll make 20. This 20. And then is this above the fold? Quad City Movers. Okay. Now this, let me see what it looks like this. How about like this? Do I like it like that? I don't know. I think I like it like that better. So that's above. So should I put this up here, do you think? Let me see what it looks like. Above the text. And then that's above the fold. Horizon Movers. Quad City Moving Company. This. Thickness. Okay. Layout and position. I want that to show. I want it to say Quad City Movers. Okay, and then this, enter, and then this, enter. Does that look good? All right, now Quad City Movers. Does that look good? Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think that looks good. I think I like it like that. And then above the fold it says Quad City. Okay. Alright, now move this up so it's right where it needs to be, because it wasn't touching properly. And then it says Quad City Movers, a little bit of text. We have the color scheme. I like the colors, the image, that. Background section. This can go. That's got an underline on it, and that's perfectly fine. We go underneath. We have this. Need movers. Okay. Areas we serve. Alright, so now this is going to be a we're going to go movers near me. Okay. And this is going to be, so let me come over here. Is it movers near me? IOWA? Is that the term I'm looking for? Moving company near me. Is that what I need? Moving company. Moving company near me. Okay, so moving company near me. Okay. Moving company near me. Okay, this. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to make this a little bit smaller, like that. And, yeah. That is going to, let me think here quick. What's this homepage look like? We're going to go ahead and chop that. Let me see here. So we got the blocks. Trucks. Okay, so it's just nonsense. Alright. Alright. So I guess, okay. So here's what we'll do. Alright, so let's get, do we want to put that right inside of here? So then I could get those to trigger. I guess we could do it that way. Alright, so embed Google reviews, because I know he wants the schema to pop, so I guess, I don't know. I guess I could put some on this page to make it, how to embed a post. So I need, no, that's not what I need. Horizon, movers, IOWA. So let's go ahead and grab that. Now we need these reviews. He's actually doing very well. So that's what we'll do. So let's read our reviews, and then what companies do we have to showcase? Let's take a look here. Facebook and moving. All right. So instead, moving company near me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a heading 4. Yeah. And we can make that a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. And then this is Lorem Ipsum. Okay. We could get rid of this. Height. So let's go ahead and I'm not sure how or what I want to do here. I know I want to add this, so let's go ahead and do a divider. We'll go ahead and throw that in here. Actually, we won't. We'll take that back out. So down below, so we have all of our details here, which will go to the pages for the services that we provide. I like this top part. This looks cool. I'm happy with that. Need movers. We're able to get a bunch of keywords in there. Is this... Okay, so we have an Okay. Moving company near me. All right, so what I want to do is, okay, I know what I need to do. Let's go here. We're going to go ahead and blow background section. No. All right. So let's do, all right, so let's get rid of this. All right, and let's add a background section. Okay, so we're going to add a background to below background section. And then inside of there, we're going to put a column. So inside of our column, we want to list our locations, and we also want to list our reviews. Or at least put a review snippet inside of there. Well, let's just do this. All right, so inside of here, we want to put moving company near me. So can we do moving company near me? How about this? Quad Cities Moving Company. Is that the one with the traffic, or is it Moving Company Quad Cities? Cut and paste. Moving Company Quad Cities should be $170. Okay, now moving companies near me. Movers near me. How's that one look? Movers near me. Okay. IA. Okay. Moving help near me. Okay. So let's go for that down here. So moving help near me. And then what I'll do is I'll make that the, I think I did H2s and H3, so we'll go H3. We're going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Alright, this, and now the columns below the text. And this will be a 2-part series. And inside of those, we're going to put our text. Alright, I'm going to come over and answer some questions. I got to let Hayes out, or he's going to drive me completely mad. What size is this? It's a 49. Okay, so this needs to be a 49. So it fits the page. What we're going to do is throw this in the middle. And then moving help near me is H3. And then what we're going to do is grab these locales. Right? Wait a second here. I actually think, what's wrong with that? I really want to add those locations in there. Alright, so phone number, there's that. Okay, now inside of here, I need to add text. and I need to add text. And this is going to be the privacy policy, right? So this needs to be white. I need to add the accessibility policy. This needs to be white. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Alright, accessibility policy. That's actually just plain text. Do you have a plain text? Ah, okay. Yeah, because we just need plain text on this. So plain text. You can underline these actually. These are clickable links. Alright. Alright, hit this one, the white. Also, we'll go back. Alright, we want to go ahead and add another text above. This is going to be about us. About us. About us. We'll make this white. We'll make that plain text. And you can underline it. And what we'll do is we'll just duplicate that. And then we'll do the contact us. So contact us, about us, privacy policy, and the accessibility policy. Is there anything else I should have in the footer? Let me think. I have the address that goes to the CID, the phone number over to the side, and then this side. Ah, I know what I need. Okay, so under here, I need a column, so add a content box underneath. And inside of my content box, you can get rid of that. I need columns. And inside my columns are going to be 4 columns. Those 4 columns, actually no, I got Facebook. I have Facebook. Well, I guess we'll just add the whatever's showing inside of here. So if we come over here, what's he got showing inside of his Google My Business? Because that's exactly what I want to showcase. None. Okay. So let's go Horizon Movers Twitter. Hopefully there's a Twitter. Horizon Movers QC Twitter. Is this the same account? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get one of those because we're going to need that later for indexing. Okay. That's fine. Keep that. Get rid of these. Okay. So, well, I want to put the social media links in here. So we're going to do icon. 1. So we need Facebook. I guess we'll do the circle type. So select. So we have Facebook. We want to use an icon. We'll put that right here. And this one's going to be, we definitely want YouTube because we're going to do videos. So select that. We'll put that in there. Wait, is this Angie's list? is this Angie's list? Angie. So what, they changed their, all right, so copy, so save image as, so we're going to go in here to SVG. Okay, that's fine. All right, copy image. We'll go in here and go to paint, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go in here and we're going to go to paste. White and that, and no, that's not what we want. Okay, so it looks like these are the links that I need. Horizon movers and climate control reviews, but I don't see request a quote. Is this the site? Okay, all right, I guess we could work with this. All right, so this is going to be the Angie listing. So this is Angie's list. This is Locals Love Us, right? So that's a good link to have. And then the Better Business Bureau, that's a great link to have. So let's go ahead and take those. And those are all aiming at the home page, I see, at HTTP, which is fine. So that's good. All right, so that's 3. So then all we need is these 3 links, and then I actually have to go. So I'll go ahead and answer these questions if you have any. What's up? Peace. Great to see you. I'll have to edit some of this. Obviously, we've been doing this for a while. I took my time. Thank you for the donation. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. It really helps me. I won't put you on, what does it say? Timeout. Sign commander. I'll put you on timeout. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you. But here, let's get through these questions. Little Chris, Lily, Kelly, they're all coming home. That's the whole lineup, right? They're on their way home. Dad's been standing here all day since 6 o'clock this morning. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not doing this. I was working on other client work, but I'll finish the rest of this off tonight. Cool. Thank you. Whoever sent that 713-859 number. I won't say the rest. That's a good little hit. Usually I'll just go out there hunting for those, you know. I like to just grab them, snag them, and edit them. I do things the hard way, I guess. Again, this is the kind of stuff I would usually have Eric do. Without any shadow of a doubt. I'd say, Eric, please. Hey, there's that cool picture. Please take care of that. So luckily for me, I live right next to, if you go to Broad Street, Tamaqua Pizza Shop, right? Which I did work for, not the pizza shop I go to, but the other one, which is Luigi's. If you take a look here, see Luigi's right here? Luigi's Brick Oven. I want you to take a look. If you look up Broad Street Tamaqua Pizza Shop, look who's number 1. I worked with these guys. These guys are right next to me, like literally right next door. So La Dolce Casa, which is where I'm going to order from in a second here. That's where my wife and Chris love to eat. But I actually worked with this guy here. That was a okay experience, I guess. But I live like right here. It's a really interesting thing. But yeah, look at these guys are doing great. And then if you look this up, right, if we go over here to Google, and why I'm telling you this is because this is what I did. I only have 10 phones. I actually have 9 currently. But if we go out here to just plain old Google.com and we go Tamaqua Pizza Shop, I think we're still hitting. Oh, we dropped. That's okay. Obviously I'm going to be in the 3-pack, but, and then there they are. But so there you go. 30 days later, we're right back. We're probably more like 45 days later. I made a video on it when I first did it. When I was like working on it. I showed it in a couple videos. So it's probably been about, we'll just say 40 days, 45 days, 48 days. In my area, tell her you got a Texan friend. What plugins do you use? So far for this account, we're using Thrive Architect, and we're using SEO Press and WP Rocket. So those three. Speed is really good. So, and I showcased that kind of stuff in the beginning of the video. Holy junk 5 hours. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, Gordon. Gordon, I know you know about those long stretches of creating these pages, and you're a skilled pro at that. I'm horrible at creating pages. I like to just optimize what's already there. Right? But yeah, good to see you, Gordon, by the way. I did. Dang, you saved my number, laugh out loud. Well, not on this phone, no. Let's go up this list. All right, so I guess that's it. It's been a pleasure, but now that I know that that's you that just messaged me for the right photos, I will save it in. I'm going to save it in. Info. Here we go. Look it. There it is. I'm putting it in. But I got to rock and roll. If there's no other questions, it's been an absolute pleasure. I might show this site again. It was a fun day. Create a new contact. And this is JIM. I think it's either John or Jim. And this is the Sign Commander. I think it's John or Jim. Forgive me if I forgot. I know it's one of those two, though. So, all right, I have to rock and roll. If there's no other questions, it's been more than a pleasure. Thank you all so much. We had a long session. I'll probably show this again once it's done. And as we start doing some link building or whatnot, but this should be I figure this will be at least a 6-month project. It just depends. Maybe 3 months. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all so much for joining me. If no other questions, I have to go. It's pizza time. Little Chris is coming home. Big hugs. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much, and goodbye. Have a great day and night. Gordon, Sign Commander, everybody, Josh, YD, Live Fan, the whole squad. See you guys. Goodbye. Thank you all so much. Many blessings. Good night.